Okay, Thomas. So just gonna help you guys out on how to do pretty simple 8-man and 16-man brackets, hand drawn. Uh, Sometimes on StartGG or some other apps like Challenge and stuff. Sometimes you start your bracket up and then all of a sudden someone shows up last minute while you're finishing up your like first rounds or even second round sometimes. That can be quite chaotic sometimes, especially on StartGG. Uh, People always wonder why I do hand-drawn brackets. Besides the fact that I'm pretty bad with technology and all that stuff, I'm just old school, and I like drawing them out. For some reason, I just think it's pretty fun to do that. And so that's all I'm going to do. So this is going to be kind of tough. Alright, so just going to start. So let's say we have 5 to 8 people in a tournament. So what we want to do is we want to draw an 8-man bracket for that, right? So it's pretty simple. 8 lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 people, possibly. Then you just want to connect them like that. And so basically winners will go this way, to the right. And losers will go to the left. Alright, and then you want to connect these together. Same with these, especially if this is a double elimination bracket. Anyway, so we still have 8 people here, 8 people here. No one's eliminated yet, right? However, once these people on the losers bracket sides fight each other, we're finally going to have our first eliminations, right? Only 2 people are going to be left. And on the winner's side, we also have 2 people here that are going to be fighting it out in winners finals. However, there are 2 more people that have to go to the loser's side now, right? So we have to add an additional round for these people. I'm going to write down A, B, and C right now. So the person that lost in this bracket A will usually go down here. And the person that loses in B will go here. And repeat. So these people will have to fight each other. Someone will win here, someone will win there. And what we got to do is we got to have them fight each other so we can eliminate one more person. And same thing will go here in the winner's side, winner's finals. Someone wins, loser will go to C. C will be right here. And then winner of this person here, which is the loser's finals, will go to D. D right there. So pretty easy to format. And there you have it, your 8-man bracket. Now, something you got to be wary of, sometimes you'll have like 6 people or 5 people or whatnot. You always want to make sure that you're spreading everyone out pretty evenly. So a good way to do this is, let's say you have 5 people. What you want to do is cover each quarter of this bracket at least. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the 5th person will go right here. The 6th person, if a 6th person shows up, we don't want to fill them up right here, right? Because if we do, we'll have 4 people right now on one half of the bracket, while we only have 2 on this side. So what we want to do is we want to put the next person in the other half of the bracket. So it evens things out. And our 7th person will go here if we have a 7th, and then our last person will be 8 here. And that's how you do your 8-man bracket. Really simple to do. Now, as you can tell, I always have random numbers and stuff. That's just because I don't really do seeding. This is kind of like a seeded format, so let's pretend you have your top 4 players. So the first seed will be here, second seed here, third, and your fourth seed. That all makes sense. And basically what you want to do for an 8-man bracket, if you're actually doing seeds, make sure that they all tally up to the number 9. So your first and 8th seed, second and 7th seed, third and 6th seed, fourth and 5th seed. Pretty simple. And now what we're going to do is we're going to do a 16-man bracket. Basically the same strategy, and I'm going to kind of skip some of the directions or explanations. I'm going to go a little bit faster. So first part, 16 lines, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 people. All right, now 8 people go this way, winner's side, right? 8 people go on the loser's side, like so. All right, connect the lines again. We'll have losers on each of these winner's sides. We'll go to either A, B, C, or D, depending on where they're at. And usually what we'll do is, once we have A, B, C, D here, we're going to do the reverse and do A, B, C, D as such. So A, B, C, D. And these people on the loser side going to duke it out again, as always. All right. And on this winner's side, we got E and we got F. So in this case, what we're going to do, we're going to have E go here, and F is going to go right here. And one of the reasons why we do it this way, it's kind of like just to prevent people from possibly getting double jeopardy right away. I mean, sometimes it's going to be inevitable, especially if like your first round opponent wins or loses, and then you win, and then let's say you win another match, but then you somehow lose. You might have to fight them pretty early on because of that. Alright, and lastly, we got G, which is going to be right there. Alright, okay, there's still enough space you guys can still see. Oh. Okay. There we go. G. Oh yeah, that was winners finals right here. Winner to H. H will be here. And this is your grand finals here. Losers finals right here. Anyway, pretty simple. And seating wise, so now we have more people, so we need to make sure that we spread everyone out pretty evenly. So same type of format as the 8-man bracket, but this time we have 16 people. So this is kind of how you want to distribute everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So those 8 representing basically what we had in our first 8-man bracket. 1, 8, 4, 5, 2, 7, 3, 6. But now we spread them out even more because they all now have an opponent they have to fight. And in this case, we have 16 players. So with 16 seeds, what you want to do is you want to seed them in a way where the number equals 17 this time. So the 8th seed is going to fight the 9th seed. 8 plus 9 is 17. Then the 7th seed will go against 10. 6th seed 11. 5, 12. 4, 13. 3, 14. 15. And then the first seed always has the advantage and goes against the 16th seed if we had a 16-man bracket, right? But yeah, that would be the order of how you would set all of this up. As I mentioned in the previous one, let's say you have like 10 people in the bracket. You want to make sure that there's like 5 people in this half of the bracket and then the other 5 in this half of the bracket. We've had instances where people didn't quite know how to work a bracket before, and they would put like 7 people on one side and like 3 people on the other side, and it causes for a little bit of a crazy and not so pleasant results. It's just a little bit more hectic. So anyway, that's basically a 16-man bracket. Pretty simple. And yeah, if you follow this format, it's pretty simple. So I'm just going to give you an example. Let's say we have 13 people in the bracket. 13 people. So we want to use all the numbers 1 through 13. So let's say 16 is a bye. 15 is a bye. 14 is a bye. And then 13. Okay, so we basically have our first seed here. We'll have a bye round, right? So bye is right here. And then our second seed also received a bye. And then our third seed also received a bye. Anyway, based on that, this is how the tournament would go. But let's say somebody shows up last minute. What we would want to do is we want to make sure that we fill out the next spot that we would have used or chosen, which would be 14 right here, right? Because we have 13, now we have 14. So if someone were to show up last minute, obnoxious, but it happens, and we welcome them. We try to find ways to put them in the bracket, and that's what we would do. And when you fill this up on Smash GG or Start GG later on in the day, it'll make your lives a lot easier, because Start GG is not the most pleasant website to run brackets, especially if you're running them, posting results, and then all of a sudden you got to add somebody into the bracket. Yeah, good luck with that. Anyway, this is why I do what I do, and some of you still complain about it, but you know what? I don't really care. I like my brackets, and this is how I do it, and yeah. Only thing is, word of warning, if you were to do a 32-man bracket, it's really a mess. Well, it's a little bit different than what I would have expected. So let's say we have A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, E, F, E, F. For the 32-man bracket, they switch it up just a little bit, which made it a little bit confusing for me, but that's something I might explain to you later on. If you need help doing a 32-man bracket. But anyway, this is a 16-man bracket. This is our 8-man bracket. And yeah, running these hand-drawn brackets has its advantages, as do the Start GG ones. They each have their own advantages, disadvantages. I just personally find this to be a little bit more fun. But I can understand why people do the start GG. I do that. I post the results later on once I get the whole bracket filled out. Anyway, hopefully that was helpful for you, Thomas. And yeah, we'll see you whenever we see you, right? All right. Oh, we got a guess. We got Pikachu. And we got Monokuma in a shell bra outfit of some sort. All right. Okay. Hopefully that helps you out. And if you need help with the 32-man bracket, I will be able to make another one for you. All right. Jana.